Hello YouTube, welcome to Formula 1 2017. Here we are for EWRL Season 3, the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai, China. Should be a great race we got here. There will be no AIs this week. And we're starting off the weekend with short qualifying and just straight into 100% race. No other, there should be no other, distractions, I would say, to keep this race from going at its on its scheduled pace. So yep, Bruce. All right, so now we're just moments away from the start of qualifying. You have 6 people tonight. Here we go. 12 minutes for qualifying. The clock has started. We now wait. Who will make the first leap onto the track? Waiting now. 20 seconds have elapsed. Pretty quiet out here now. 30 seconds past the start of qualifying. And here comes the first mechanic out, and it is a Williams on its way out. That should be Troy Salter, if I'm not mistaken. And he goes already onto the tabletop of turn 1. So you gotta get those tires warmed up here. Here comes Darius Bell on his warm-up lap in the Toro Rosso. Here comes Tristan Allen in the Renault for his warm-up lap. Troy Salter being very aggressive, getting these tires warmed up. Darius Bell on the soft compound, everybody else on the super softs. Here comes Troy Salter now, bringing the car back around into the final corner. We're going to go on board for his first timed lap of the day. So using Max Rez, he gets down here, braking way into the corner. Turn 1 is a long right-hander, bringing the car around, gets a nice entry into 2, powers off. Really nice and smooth. 30S is exactly what you need here. Gotta go mistake free though. You can tell very minor mistakes, if at all. But all those mistakes do add up in a very competitive series that we got here. Though the field may be small, competition is not at loss. We have 6 very competitive drivers here with us tonight, and it's going to be one great show. One great showing, a showcase of how all these drivers fare around such a well-designed track, I would say. It caters to all kinds of driving style, all kinds of setups, and just so many different. Troy Salter to the top of the charts with a 155.163. That should be a good, decent lap. I don't know. We now join. Kyle Petrie went back into the pits. Darius Bell coming to start. Finish line will come second. We now join Tristan Allen. He is on the super softs. Darius Bell qualified right now second on the soft compound. We don't know if Tristan made a mistake on this lap. We weren't watching him. We're gonna see what kind of lap time he can set as he comes to the line here. Looking like he's going to set a time that puts him to third. Now join Tyler Merkel in the Renault. This will not beat the pole. Now join Joshua Ballier as he warms up his tires. Already in max revs. You see Kyle Petrie, or not Kyle Petrie, Troy Salter in the background. We now ride on board with Joshua Ballier in V McLaren. So now he's going to be getting all that he can get here. He's going to be pushing. Let's see an extreme lap from Joshua Ballier. And Troy Salter with a 134.866 on the super soft compound, extending his gap to the rest of the field in qualifying here. Ballier attacking every part of the track. Loses a little time there in the S's. We'll be able to make it back up. Carefully navigating these corners. Now down the long back straightaway. Where does he compare? About 10 seconds to get back to the start finish line here. Heading into the final corner. Does he do it? He goes wide. He has the pace. Is it gonna be? To the pole by 0.6 of a second, Joshua Ballier. Now watch Kyle Petrie down the long back straightaway. What does he have to say? This is going to be his first time of the day. He has 10 seconds. To the start finish line, it's going to be fourth. You know, watch Darius Bell. He's going to be warming up his tires. We now have 4 minutes left in the session. Darius Bell not being really aggressive, trying to get his tires warmed up here. But he is now on the super soft compound. This could be something interesting to see here. He set such a fast lap on the soft compound tire. Let's see what he can set with the super softs. We now watch him get up to speed here. He's coming into the second to last corner now. This is going to be Darius Bell's, possibly his best lap, depending on what happens here. It was Kyle Petrie to the pit lane. Sorry for the mic issue there. And Darius Bell picks up the DRS and he begins his timed lap on the super soft compound. Down the front straightaway, getting hard into turn 1, all on the flying through. Got a caution in sectors 1 and 2. So Kyle Petrie out of fuel. Anyway, back to Darius Bell. Darius Bell's lap, flying, absolutely stunning sector 1 with this extreme entry to turn 1. Brings out to max revs. Does not shift up. Keeps it in 6th gear through the S's. Attacking every corner he can. If you saw Balliet lose time in the S's and freaking Bell not make a single mistake in the... This could be interesting here. I think Darius is going to give a run for Joshua's money here. Coming now less than 90 seconds in the session. It's gonna go on this lap or one more. Picking up the DRS. Coming down to the second to final corner of the hairpin. Gotta nail this braking point. Oh, he goes wide! It's not over yet. He still does get one more lap if he can get there on time. It's going to be third. He's going again, I believe. Yes, he is. Full throttle. He's got to nail the hairpin next time. The top five within 1 second of each other. The season 1 winner, Tyler Markle, not being not up in the mix just yet, but time is about to expire on the session. Kyle's out of fuel. So this goes or it doesn't go for Darius Bell. Tyler Markle will qualify 6th. Darius hits this hairpin down here. He brakes earlier. Is it enough? Powers out. Happens here. He's gonna nail this corner. Flying on the exit, and it's going to be pole for Darius Bell. So Tristan Allen and Kyle Petrie on the track, and we cannot change drivers. That's fun. So now we're basically waiting for Kyle Petrie to get back to the pit lane. So Tristan Allen, does he have anything to say? And no, he does not. It is Darius Bell on the pole here in Shanghai. And now we're still waiting on Kyle Petrie to get down here. He is out of gas somewhere out on the circuit. On board of your pole sitter, Darius Bell, as he eases his way back to the pit lane. Tremendous effort. Don't know what Ballier's reaction is of that, but can tell you that Darius is pretty psyched about that. The last possible second, and qualifying is now officially over. Darius Bell with the pole in Shanghai, China, for the Chinese Grand Prix. So that was qualifying. Here's your results. Darius Bell on the pole. Alongside of him will be Joshua Ballier, Tristan Allen, and Troy Salter in row 2, and Kyle Petrie and Tyler Markle in row 3. And Darius Bell with an extremely fast lap, 2 tenths faster than Joshua Ballier. And there was no incidents to report from the race director. Nothing, no penalties enforced, no warnings given out. Everything was just fine and dandy. Clean qualifying session for the Chinese Grand Prix, and here we go. As the teams go through final preparations, this race is going to be an extremely fun race. Probably a lot of competition for this win. It's going to be dramatic, I can tell you this. This start is going to probably have somebody going off onto the tabletop or through the grass here in turn 1. I can tell you that there's probably not going to be a safety car, but don't be surprised if there is one also. This track does cater a lot of close quarters racing, I would say, as now they line up for the formation lap. There goes Darius on the tabletop. Look at Darius taking the other circuit here. Look at there, celebrating his pole by exploring the track, and Kyle gets taken back to the grid. Getting up to max revs there on the backstretch. And around goes Ballier into the tire barrier. And around goes Tristan Allen. And here comes Darius Bell to come regrid. Tristan Allen playing in the grass. And Troy Salter and Tyler Markle making their way back to the grid here. Markle playing in the grass. Lovely. And there goes Darius regridding. Welcome, viewers. You're in for a treat tonight. Shanghai is a great track for these 6 drivers. You got small field size, but small fields bring great racing. Honestly, it's going to be some of the cleanest but hardest racing you'll see. There may even be not so clean racing. As here we go. The drivers have finished their formation lap and on to the final grid preparations. It is 5 red lights. It's time to bring the action. And it's lights out and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. And everybody gets single file quickly here. Tristan Allen goes on the tabletop. What did I tell you? Somebody was going to go on the tabletop or in the grass in turn 1. And it was, unfortunately, it was Tristan Allen. Now we watch Troy Salter on the early aggressive to get to the lead. Don't forget, Troy probably does have fresher tires than Darius does. As Troy attacks through the middle of the S's, Darius gets that power off. Both of these drivers driving just fine. Tyler Markle with the biggest gain from the start of the race with 3 spots, and Ballier with the second largest loss with -2. Tristan Allen with his turn 1 incident in 6th place. We're now riding on board with Troy Salter down the back straightaway. Darius Bell goes to the right side of the track to not let Troy get any slipstream. Now down the back straightaway, Salter does not have DRS yet because they gotta wait till 2 laps of racing have been completed under green flag conditions before they, the race directors allow DRS to be enabled. So Troy Salter can hang within 1 second of Darius Bell. He might give him a run for his money, but for now it looks like Darius Bell is gonna hang on just nice for the first stage of this race. And he goes flying into the first turn. Absolutely incredible. Looks like Troy is able to get a straighter shot out of there though. And Ballier back to 3rd after getting around the Renault of Tyler Markle. 56 laps around the Shanghai circuit, and Troy Salter has gone off, and that is no longer a battle for the lead. But it's now a 3-car battle for second. You see Troy Salter now under heavy pressure from Joshua Ballier. Ballier wants to get back to at least where he started. Troy Salter now all over the road. And here comes Markle. Tyler Markle looking at this entire battle go on. He breaks early late, and these two have at it. Ballier under, on the aggressive. Salter now doing something he just learned from Darius a lap ago, not giving Ballier a slipstream. Down the back straight, Salter was able to open up a larger gap to Ballier. But into the hairpin, looks like Ballier was able to eat up the gap, but lose it on exit here. There goes Salter. And it's now Markle now behind Kyle Petrie in the Force India, the Canadian. Darius Bell with the fastest lap. A 1:39.778 for Darius. The 2 drivers who are teammates in this race are doing the worst at this moment. Tristan Allen with his lap 1 struggles, and Tyler Markle just getting absolutely demolished in terms of speed down these straightaways. And Darius Bell is scooting away from this, and it's now a battle for second. Here comes Darius Bell and Troy Salter through the S's. Salter sitting on the line. Ballier waiting. Ballier got to him at probably the exact wrong time you want to catch anybody on this circuit. In the S's, you cannot pass anybody in the S's unless they absolutely have a massive mistake. Now, through the hairpin onto the long back straightaway, if Ballier can stay very close to Salter, he's going to have the DRS. And now we watch carefully. Salter now right into rumble strip, not giving him the DRS, but looks like Ballier got a better exit out, weaving down the back straightaway. The DRS, is that back wing open? That back wing is open, and there goes Kyle Petrie into the grass and hard into the wall. And Tristan Allen is out of the Grand Prix. Of contact from Kyle Petrie as he scoots into the pit lane. No sign yet on if this will be a safety car. Now we go back on board with Joshua Ballier. He can still see Darius, but Darius is quickly fading away. Ballier now just trying to make the most of what he can do until he can get around the Williams, the Troy Salter. You see, Kyle Petrie's made one stop. Tristan Allen is out of the Grand Prix. We got a comment. Let's see how this goes. Those are some nice words from Tristan Allen. I will not repeat on the broadcast. Anyway, we can't continue to watch this really just enduring battle now between Ballier and Salter for the second position. Salter's defending really well against all of Ballier's offensive moves, and oh, he misses the apex. Here comes Ballier to the inside. Will it be a crossover? He's all over him, riding the gearbox. Don't think he could do anything. I don't think he was going to get a decent exit. But if he can stay with Ballier, he could possibly get DRS back and get back around on the back straightaway. He's just got to stick with him through VS's. He's not gonna. He can't use his stuff. He's got to be able to maintain this gap between Ballier and him now. Just don't lose any. Don't give him more of an advantage, and he might just give him that. Through VS's. Looks like Salter's staying with him, exactly what he needed to do. And Ballier going wide. This may give Salter another chance to get back to second. Ballier and Salter, the McLaren and the Williams, going at it here in Shanghai. Now weaving down the straightaway, Salter with the DRS. Side by side into the hairpin. Ballier with the advantage. Here comes Salter back on the offense. On the aggressive he goes. And Tristan Allen has left the session. That will be a safety car. And Troy Salter will be in third. Tyler Markle into the pit lane. Perfect timing for him to pit. And the safety car has been deployed. And Darius Bell is absolutely livid. Exactly what he did not want to see. He now pulls up behind the safety car. Here comes Joshua Ballier in second, coming out of the pit lane on his soft in fourth. Here comes Kyle Petrie. He does not pit under the safety car. He just pitted though. So this is probably bad timing for Kyle. He is going to be way off sequence. He's going to be way off the strategy. Any EVA race strategy he was going with. He's going to be off of all the other drivers in terms of strategy. And he's going to have worn tires. He's not even on the comp, because everybody else under the safety car, Darius Bell, Joshua Ballier, and Troy Salter are probably going to pick the soft compound when they pit, as Tyler Markle just did. Tyler Markle will probably have the second oldest tires, but Kyle Petrie, unless he pits, he's going to be on a super soft compound with the oldest tires. So those tires are going to wear out the quickest, and he's going to have to pit the earliest anyway because he has the most worn tires. So this is a double disadvantage for Kyle Petrie if he does not pit. And Kyle Petrie, I don't think he's looking to make any advantage out of these guys pitting, but I think Kyle's in the range where if he stays out and these guys pit, he could take the lead. But here we go. This will be the first time the safety car brings these drivers around for pit lane. Here comes Darius Bell. Valier and Troy Salter to the pit lane. All they come. Tyler Markle to the lead. Well, Kyle Petrie takes second. Or does he pit? We don't watch. Kyle Petrie, he stays out. I don't know who his lead engineer is, but this is absolutely mental with the strategy they're going with. I don't see any advantage out of this. Actually, I see a bunch of disadvantages out of the strategy, and I just don't see how this will work on the long term unless he's trying to go onto a set of mediums, then softs to medium. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's pitted for a set of supers now. And he's just going to be making an extra stop compared to everybody else. He's going to be losing. He's in second now, so he'll be able to defend against drivers, hopefully. But those tires are worn. I don't see any advantage of doing this. I don't see any reason, any advantage from staying out. He should. I honestly say he should take the soft tires. He was going to be in fifth anyway if he pits, but he's riding second now. I think the only advantage out of this is the track position, but he's not even the leader. I don't think he's going to be able to compete with Marco, who's on the soft compound. Yes, but the second freshest tires, or what? The second the fresher tires compared to Kyle Petrie, and I believe the safety car is going in this lap, or I don't know what's going on here. Did Darius Bale just get allowed to pass Kyle Petrie? This is absolutely mental, but I think the safety car is going in this lap. The safety car is going in this lap. I don't know why Darius Bell was allowed to pass Kyle Petrie, not Tyler Markle. But that's crazy. Tyler Markle trying to open up the gap he can. Here comes Darius Bell right up to his bumper as the safety car is going in this lap, I believe. Yeah, they're eliminating him now. So the safety car gets to safety. Green flag back in the air. We're racing in Shanghai. Here comes Darius Bell on the aggressive. On a fresh set of supers. Now he could be on the same strategy as Kyle, and they both attack Tyler Markle out of nowhere. Kyle Petrie on the tabletop. Through the grass he goes. And Tyler Markle is getting destroyed on this set of softs. Even Troy Salter on a set of softs is able to capitalize on this. So now it's the strategy between Darius Bell and Troy Salter. Darius Bell on the faster compound, but the compound that will wear quicker, and Salter on the slower compound of the two that are used right now, but the one that'll last longer. So Salter, if he maintains his position, will eventually take the lead. But what is going to be more useful? Will Darius Bell try to open up another lead here? There's only 5 cars in the Grand Prix. We'll see what happens, because Troy Salter tries to use all his tire up now, trying to keep up with Darius Bell, who's on a faster compound. That will not be good, but if he's able to just maintain and defend the position he's in, he'll be able to take the lead as long as Darius doesn't get up to a 20+ second gap or anything. He should be just fine with the strategy he's chosen. Now I don't know if he's trying to do anything else with it, but what's looking like to me is that ooh, there's the plane. What's looking like to me is that there's probably going to be they're probably going to be going on to a set of supers or to a set of mediums. And if they go into a set of supers, they'll have to pit for another set of tires. Probably. Darius Bell at the fastest lap of a 1:59.094. Actually, I'm not exactly sure, because I believe the supers can last a long time. The softs can last a really long time as well. I don't know if these softs are going to the end or not. I doubt they are. But by rule, they can go to the end. Darius Bell still has to pit for another set of tires. That is for sure. Because by rule, he will not be able to maintain that position after the race is over if he does not pit. Which, I don't think there's any way he can go the rest of this race on a set of supers. But by rule, at this moment, his finish would not be eligible. Only Troy Salter and Tyler Markle would be eligible to finish at this point. There's obviously still a lot of racing left. 45 laps remaining. Or 47. I'm not. It would be 47, yes. But here comes Darius Bell back at it again, but this time, Troy Salter, if I was Troy Salter, I would let down! Around goes Salter! I was just gonna say, if I were Troy Salter, I would let Ballier by, because I would not want to use my stuff. I would just want to maintain the position where I can take the lead later in this Grand Prix. Maybe go through all the way on my strategy, but that looks like it's going out the window. He's going to have to do some making up, which he can do on Tyler Markle, the other driver on the soft compound. I don't know about anyone else. Darius Bell at the fastest lap of a 1:38.271 on a super soft compound for the Scuderia Toro Rosso team. And now that, I wish you can get a replay of that. I believe it was just that Salter went wide into the corner. He left the door open. Ballier was on the extreme aggressive. He dove it in there. And I want to say that was just more of a racing incident. I don't want to say the blame was on either one of them. I mean, because Salter did leave the door open. Ballier was on the extreme aggressive. Safety car deployed again. 2 safety cars in a row. Darius Bell is furious with race control. Troy Salter drive-through penalty, speeding under the safety car. Absolutely insane. Can Troy Salter get any? Can his race get any worse? He just went from battling with the lead, which he was never leading, but he was still battling for the lead and everything. And if he were able to maintain his position, even a second, even a third, he was going to take the lead later in the Grand Prix if if all the drivers were able to go through on this strategy. But now, the way it's looking, he has a speeding under the safety car penalty, so he's going to be having to make a drive-through the next time the track is green. So he's going to be losing even more time. This is absolutely outrageous. I don't know if it's a glitch or if he was actually speeding under safety car. There goes Kyle Petrie, and that was a mistake to stay out. Here comes Tyler Markle in as well. I don't know what to say about I don't know what to say about this whole situation with Troy Salter. He's in the pit lane as well, and he's going from a set of softs to another set of softs. Probably be best. Tyler Markle onto the mediums. This could be something he's trying to go to the end with. So now, everybody but Ballier and Bell pitted. Bell on the set of supers thinks he can open up a gap to Darius or to Joshua, which he very well can, but he will lose the lead at one point in this Grand Prix based on everybody else's strategy. Kyle Petrie, Troy Salter, and the soft compound going longer than those two, and Tyler Markle going the longest of the 3 drivers. I don't know if Tyler Markle's trying to go to the end, but if he's able to stay within 20 seconds of the race leader, I think he'll be able to, if he's going to be on this medium compound, he'll be able to fulfill his strategy and take the lead if he's able to stay within 20 seconds. Now, the pace I've been seeing out of Markle, quite frankly today, I don't believe he's going to stay within 20 seconds of the race leader, but he could very well prove me wrong. It's a set of mediums. He may feel more comfortable on a set of mediums and will be able to keep that gap. But if Darius Bell is at least able to open a 20-second gap to third place, or whichever driver behind him that is not Malenko, the first driver behind him that is not Malenko, the first driver behind him that is not Ballier to the pit lane. So strategy now. So now you got to be thinking, Darius Bell, this is risky. He's going for the lead right now. Is he going to win this race though? With the strategy, looking like he's probably gonna have to go from the supers to the mediums. Marco's already on the mediums. Can the mediums go to the end is the question. If they don't go to the end, Marco's gonna be put on a set of super softs anyway. And Bell will be putting on a set, or will be on a set of mediums. But that set of mediums, Darius Bell probably is faster than Marco. At this point, I don't know. Maybe Marco may get more acclimatized to the track. He may find more speed. But what I'm looking at now is I don't see how Darius Bell can win this race based on strategy. He's going to have to drive his heart out, open up a gap, because Joshua Ballier actually puts on a fresh set of supers. That is something interesting. He does not go to another compound of tire to fall on a strategy. We have 3 different strategies here, and all 3 strategies involve all 3 compounds on right now. Probably more strategies. But what I'm seeing here is actually there's a few strategies. Your race leader Darius Bell in the Toro Rosso on the oldest tires on the fastest compound. So Darius Bell will be able to open up a lead. How big is that lead? I don't know. He'll be able to open up a lead and he'll have to pit. So then Joshua Ballier is on a fresh set of the fastest compound. That is going to be extremely well here, but how long can that set of tire? How long can he go on that set of tires? He's going to have to pit for another compound to finish this race at least once more. Then we have Kyle Petrie and Troy Salter on the set of softs. I don't know. I doubt they can go to the end, but they're going to be going longer than Ballier and Bell. And they will be able to take the lead later in this Grand Prix. They're probably hoping for another safety car or something to aid them in this. And Tyler Marco on a set of mediums, I think he's going to try to make it to the end. The safety car is in. And green flag back in the air. We're racing in Shanghai. I'm going to be watching Ballier on the aggressive here. And Kyle Petrie on the tabletop yet again. And Ballier into the grass. Trying to hang on. Because that makes sense. Darius Bell has lost a spot to the safety car, probably. And Ballier around Salter. What he needed, I think Ballier will make easy work of Tyler Marco as well. Now we watch Joshua Ballier on the fastest compound go against Tyler Marco on the slowest compound of the 3 tires. Ballier looking, does not make a move yet, but right now Darius has quite a gap. Darius already has 2.5 seconds of a gap. Tyler Marco using the outside lane. Joshua Ballier on the inside. Ballier does not get enough of an advantage to make the move on Marco. Here it comes down the inside. But around the outside, here comes Tyler Marco fighting back. Now side by side into the final corner. Tyler Marco back out in front of Joshua Ballier, and it's getting started. Tempers aren't flaring, but it's going to be hard racing. I think Ballier just got around Tyler Marco, and he's saying see ya later. He just made easy work of that. Troy Salter in the pit lane for his speeding penalty. No, he's putting on a set of super softs. I don't know if this is going to account for his speeding penalty. They're fixing his wing. I don't know if he got damaged from something else, but can this race get any worse for Troy Salter? I think he still has to pit for his speeding penalty. And Troy Salter having miserable luck here in the Chinese Grand Prix. And so we are on lap 14 of 56. I believe we're 25 minutes into this race. 2 safety cars in the first 10 laps of this race. Absolutely mental numbers. Now Troy Salter with a 35-second deficit to Darius Bell, and I think he still has to do a drive-through penalty for a speeding penalty. Yeah, do a drive-through for a speeding penalty. You now watch Joshua Bailey try to make up any time he can on Darius Bell. We now watch the gap. The gap is the most important thing. The top left corner gap between the leader and second place is the gap we're watching, because this is probably going to determine if Bailey can catch Darius Bell. It's going to probably make for a battle of who's going to win this race. Either way, I think this race may be... This is Darius's race to lose here. This strategy, I just don't see where it's taking us. DRS is enabled for the third time today. Anyway, so Ballier trying to close the gap he currently has to Darius Bell. Tyler Markle, even though he's on a set of mediums, has not fallen that far back from Ballier. Ballier made easy work of Markle down the front straightaway a couple laps ago to get around him, but Markle has not. And another safety car! Trey Salter into the pit lane. Absolutely mental. 3 safety cars in the first 15 laps of the Grand Prix. I don't know what to say. Absolutely insane. 3 safety cars. We went from a lack of safety cars towards the end of last season. Not a single safety car in Australia. Now 3 safety cars this race. Tyler Markle, Kyle Petrie into the pit lane. Take a look at fastest lap. See Darius Bell for a 1:38.271. The next fastest is a 1:39.091. 8/10 slower is Ballier than Bell. When you have Troy Salt at a 1:39.570, his race has been saved if he served his drive-through penalty. I don't know if he has. Kyle Petrie for a Tyler Markle for a 1:39.771. He's trying to get more climatized to the tracks to see if he can do anything. And Kyle Petrie a 1:40.481. I think he's just here to survive. Troy Salter's made 3 pit stops. Has he served his penalty is the thing. I don't know if he has. Everybody's back on the super soft everybody is on the super soft compound besides Kyle Petrie. I'm not racing because I decided to commentate today. I decided to commentate this season. Frankly, I don't think I'm good enough to be competitive in this series. It's so competitive. And commentating is where I feel most comfortable, especially racing-wise. And 3, just, I don't know. It's cool. And I see Tristan. Lights are out on the safety car. Should be going in this lap again. Or not out yet. I thought they were out. My bad. I don't know what to say. This is the 3rd safety car in now 17 laps of the Grand Prix. I don't know what Kyle is trying to do. So anyway, this is the battle between Joshua Balliet and Darius Bell for the most part. We're gonna watch Tyler Markle and Troy Salter back on the Super Soft compound, see if they have anything to say before this Grand Prix is over. Tires is going to be a huge issue. I wouldn't say your title is over at race 2 of 20, but okay. I know points are always going to be important, but I don't see how your title can be over at race 2. Anyway, the safety car is heading in this time by 2 lap safety cars. It's absolutely insane. If we have another safety car, I don't know what to say, but it looks like they're trying to do a double file restart. That's just what it looks like. But anyway, they file into the hairpin. And Darius Bell leading the field, controlling the field here in Shanghai. Green flag back in the air. We're racing in Shanghai. And Kyle Petrie off the track already on the soft compound. Marco's going to be on the aggressive the way Balliet was to him. Marco diving it in there. Balliet with the advantage on turn 2. Marco around the outside. Will not get the job done yet. No. Hold that thought. Coming back. Now he's going to be down the inside into 3. What a battle we got here. Tire checking each other. Troy Salter's got the best view in the house, and we're going to watch that. Now through the S's. Going back to Tyler Markle's on board. He's going to be right on the gearbox of Balliet. This is probably Balliet's race here. If he can't lose the heat from Markle, I don't see how he's going to be able to get to Darius. So here, this is a crucial part of the race for Balliet. If Balliet can't lose the heat from Markle, or Balliet can't bring any heat to Bell right now. But we're going to see what Markle can do. He's on the Super Softs, and he is pushing hard. Onto the tabletop goes Markle. That might be just what Balliet needs. All these drivers nose to tail. 2.5 seconds separate the top 5. They now file down the front straightaway. Bell trying to keep Slipstream away from Balliet. Now he says he's more worried about his entry into 1. Bell fed an extremely more aggressive entry into 1. And Markle all over Balliet. Back to the onboard Markle. Markle's not done with this. He knows if he can get around Malenko, he could have a chance at Bell. If he can get around Balliet. Oh, he gets hit! Oh, and Markle is not happy. He just damages his wing more, though. Troy Salter, Tyler Markle making contact into 3. I don't think Troy could brake. We're having issues braking. It slammed right into the side of Markle. Now Balliet all over Bell. This is the battle we all came to see. We had a bunch of mini battles. We had a bunch of pre-show activities, but this is the main event here in Shanghai. Ballier all over. Bell going wide, side by side. Ballier to the lead. The first lead change of the day. Here comes Bell right back at him. And Salter and Marco are going at it. You have two extremely intensive battles, and then there's Kyle Petrie just riding. And the safety car deployed once again. I think the safety car is being deployed every 5 laps. This time Ballier in the lead. Four safety cars in 20 laps. Absolutely mental numbers. Here comes Ballier into the pit lane. Bell back to the lead. And Ballier only leads 1 lap over Bell. Bell has now led 20 of the 21 laps, or 19 of the 20 laps complete here at Shanghai. And the 1 other lap goes to Ballier. Actually, that is actually incorrect. Tyler Merkel led 2 laps. Ballier led 1, and Bell led 17. I don't know what Tyler's trying to do here, racing Ballier for the lead under safety car. Not supposed to be changing positions under safety car. And there's Bell, pulls off, giving the lead up. I'm curious what he's doing. Is he giving up? He letting the air run the rest of this. He just gave the lead up, and now Troy Salter is your race leader. I'm a little seeing what he's doing. So anyways, the field works their way under a safety car. The queue, not the field, my bad. The queue works their way around here under safety car. Safety car should be going in this lap. We should get another 3 laps of racing, blah, blah, blah. Safety car comes out. We're Prix. So, we'll see what happens here. And Kyle Petrie sent Darius Bell off the track. 5-second stop and go penalty now. That is all Kyle Petrie's doing. He just deliberately, or it looks deliberately, to sending him off the track. And we see here Troy Salter now leading on the slowest compound. What can Troy Salter do? This is his first time in the lead in this league. The green flag in the air. And what is going on? Tyler Markle around the outside to the lead. There he goes. And Troy Salter doesn't only get more than 1 lap led so far in the EWRL. So now we see Darius Bell in a sudden turn event. He just gave up the lead, so we're trying to see, I guess, what he can. He's trying to see what he can do to get back to the lead. I don't know why he would ever do that though. Here comes Joshua Bally on the attack for Troy Salter in 2nd position. Darius Bell pitting. He's not too worried, I assume. He's waiting for a safety car here. He's putting on another set of supers. I think he still has to change compounds here. Yeah, he still has to change a set of compounds at least once more this race. Now Troy Salter gets past what seems to be pretty easily by Joshua Ballier. Now Ballier working on chasing Marco down before the potential safety car comes out. It doesn't look like Ballier can chase down Tyler Markle. Tyler Markle with the fastest lap of a 138.074, and Kyle Petrie into the pit lane before the potential safety car. To the final corners, Darius Bell crosses the line. There's the safety car. This race has now gotten to its 5th safety car of the day. I don't know what more there is to say about this race. Everybody stays out. Darius is in 4th, trying to stay under the delta. We're gonna be watching Darius try to make his way through the field. He's using these safety cars now. He's only pitted twice, and he still has to change his set of compounds for this race to be official for him. I would have changed to the other set of compounds now, but so my theory for this race is when Tristan left the lobby at the start of lap 5 and it triggered a safety car, every safety car after that has been triggered on the 5th lap. Every 5 laps the safety cars came out. It's like Indy 2008, the NASCAR reference. Tires not lasting. Absolutely insane. This is this race is the race before a champion is crowned in the National NASCAR Series. Tonight was Christopher Bell, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Tomorrow night it is going to be 4 drivers going at it. Those drivers are going to be Justin Allgaier, William Byron, Elliott Sadler, and Daniel Hemrick going at it for NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And then on Sunday, it's going to be Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch going at it for a NASCAR Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship. First Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship up for grabs. Under the sponsor Monster Energy, it'll be the '78th championship up for grabs in NASCAR's Premier Series. Anyway, back to Formula One. Yeah. Safety car heading in this time, now heading in for the 6th time today. That was the 5th safety car period of the day. And green flag in the air, and Troy Salter in trouble. Contact on the restart. Darius Bell on the aggressive, around the outside, he looks to Kyle Petrie. Now Kyle Petrie moving up the track to the inside for Darius Bell, who's left open. He gives the wing a little bit to Kyle Petrie. Kyle Petrie shoving him wide open now. Joshua Ballier to the inside of Darius Bell, and now they all file, single file. Tyler Markle maintaining the lead. Darius on the fastest compound, trying to make the most out of it. Now looking to the inside, does not. Ballier looks to the inside, around the outside goes Darius, does not make up any time. In fact, loses time. Here goes Troy Salter on the mediums. I don't know. Bell is looking to. I don't know if Bell is trying to pass these guys or trying to stay behind them and just wait till like one of the last safety car restarts, if there is one every 5 laps from now on. Now Darius Bell with the slipstream on Joshua Ballier down the back straightaway. To the left side he goes, Ballier with the preferred line. Bell with the crossover to third, gets oversteer, and slides. And now Ballier back to third. Here comes Bell with the slipstream. Fierce battle between Ballier and Bell. These two are probably the fastest in this race. Ballier goes wide, Bell with the cut inside, side by side. Ballier fighting back hard, giving as little room as he possibly can. He also did probably get a little bit of understeer from that corner. Here comes Bell down the inside. A remarkable move from Bell. Ballier with the oversteer. Here comes Troy Salter into Williams, making easy work of that mistake. And now Ballier is going to be in a hole to see if he can make up any more spots before the safety car comes back out. Just look at how many pit stops each driver has made on the top left of your screen. That number next to the gap is the number of pit stops. 4 for Tyler Markle, 6 for Kyle Petrie, 2 for Darius Bell, 4 for Troy Salter, and 3 for Joshua Ballier. Here comes Darius Bell into the pit lane now. With wing damage, putting on a set of softs, and now his finish will be official. And there's the safety car deployed once again. Now everybody's on the soft compound besides Troy Salter. Darius Bell on the freshest soft compound. Now Darius Bell looking like the smarter one of the bunch. However, Troy Salter may also have a winning strategy. The question is now, can the softs last 26 laps with, let's see, probably 5 more safety cars for, hold on. For 10 more safety car laps, maybe 11 more safety car laps if the race doesn't end under safety car. Here comes Joshua Bally into the pit lane. And Darius barely gets out in front of Ballier, but they're both on a fresh set of soft tires. So now the Q gets ready to go racing for another 3 laps. And hard into the wall goes Darius. He got sent off the track by Tyler Markle. Ballier now working back on Troy Salter. Salter with the lead here. Ballier hugging the inside of the corners. And Ballier going wide. Here comes Tyler Markle. Ballier looking around the outside. Ballier with an aggressive entry into turn one, trying to get anything he can get to try to get the pro, who's on the slowest compound, but holding his ground here in Shanghai. I'm impressed with him. Will he make it all the way to the potential safety car coming out on lap 35? So now Ballier and Markle on the tail of Salter, coming around to lap 35. Salter going to do everything he can do to defend. He does have a decent sized gap. And now we got a huge battle here for the lead, and Salter goes wide. That might be it for this run, because Ballier to the lead. Now Markle around the outside to second against Salter. The potential safety car hasn't come out yet. That's that is interesting. I don't know if it's gonna come out the next lap or anything, but this race may have been just made right here. Now Troy Salt is going to be fighting back because this race may have just been made here. Because here comes Darius Bell. And after he crosses this line, if the safety car doesn't get, I think it may be fixed or maybe it's going too far. I don't know. But this one, I think there's no more safety cars in this race. I think that's all she wrote for this one. As far as safety cars, now, this may be just a 20-lap stretch to the end. And now watch Ballier open up a huge gap. He's probably the second fastest car here to Darius Bell's the only other faster car, I would say. Now Ballier with the fastest lap of the day, a 137.3, a 137.423 on the soft compound. These fuel tanks are getting lighter and lighter with less fuel, and it's allowing these cars to go even faster. So there it goes. There's a caution in Sector 2. And it's Darius Bell going around. I think he may be done with this one. And that's probably what he wanted. And the caution in Sector 3. And after the 6 safety cars today, Darius Bell as the second DNF of the day. I don't think that's getting a safety car, so he might be just clap out of here. Now Ballier, can he make it to the end on this set of tires? So does Ballier have the tires to last to the end? Considering I think he was planning for more safety cars, can either a set of softs or a set of mediums take them to the end here in Shanghai? I think a set of mediums can. I can't say the same for a set of softs, and a set of mediums is what Troy has. If he could just stay within 20 seconds, Ballier. Actually, if he stays at that gap, he's golden. Because if Ballier pits for, let's say, a set of supers, I don't think he has any more super softs anyway, but says he puts on a set of supers and tries to chase back down Salter, depending on whatever time he has left on the set of worn mediums, I don't know. Your first tires are going to probably outlive, you know, the worn tires and all, but we'll just see. I don't know if these softs can make it to the end from lap 31 or 32 to now, or to 56. I think a set of mediums could be stretching it, but could. So it's gonna be all. It's gonna be all in all. It's going to be interesting to see if this race goes down to Ballier or if it goes down to Salter. Salter, only in his second EWRL start. This has been a part of the League Racing family for quite some time. Has always pondered upon the fact of joining EWRL's NASCAR series. Never fully made the effort to join the EWRL NASCAR series back on NASCAR 15. Here he is in Formula 1 in only his second EWRL start. With the right strategy, might come out on top, but there's still a lot of racing left. Either one of these drivers can make a mistake, or maybe these softs can go to the end, or whatever the case may be. But right now, even a second place is a very strong showing in EWRL's Premier Series, so to speak. Probably the most competition and hardest series to win in, and in only his second EWRL start. Again, he's done NASCAR League Racing before, and he's exposed to all kinds of racing on Gran Turismo and rally racing on dirt and project cars, and I mean, Troy can do it all. But here he is on Formula 1 Season 3 for EWRL's Formula 1 series, and it's on Formula 1 2017. Troy decided to join us this season, and he's out here second place, making one great showing. We're right on board with him. And there's a decent impromptu lap from Troy Salter. He's now losing time to Ballier, and it's probably going to be a battle here between Troy Salter and Tyler Markle in the Renault. Oh, and Salter with contact from Markle gets a push into the corner. I thought he was going around for a second, but he was able to hang on to it, and he probably just used up those tires quite a bit. But man, you gotta say that experience from rallying probably helped him a lot there. I think Markle is just tired of everyone today. He's racing everybody over aggressive today. I mean, I could see he had contact from Troy earlier. He could probably be mad at, but I don't want to say deliberate, because I don't know if it was deliberate, but it looked pretty intentional to me. Or maybe Troy just takes the corner differently than Markle. But either way, they made contact. Markle hit Troy, and Troy got shot through the corner. That's such a bad angle. I thought he was going around. Kyle Petrie comes out of the pit lane on a fresh set of mediums. He will make it to the end on the set of mediums. Now, Tyler Markle, into the pit lane he goes. So Tyler's putting on a set of mediums to make it to the end. I wonder what is going to be the deal here. Can this set of mediums that Troy Salter is on last? The caution in Sector 3. Kyle Petrie's gone around. Cold tires gotten the best of him. And Kyle Petrie back into the pit lane. I think he has a worn set of mediums. That could be the case. So now Kyle Petrie one lap down, the first driver to go a lap down in this race without, minus the drivers who are already out. And Joshua Ballier putting on a stellar effort today. Markle pitted and pitted onto a set of softs, so his softs are gonna probably make it to the end. I don't know why you wouldn't put on a set of tires that can make it to the end at this point. But they could also be out of tires. They've made several pit stops because of all the safety cars. And now we take a look at just how many stops everybody's made. Kyle Petrie is one lap down. He's made 8 pit stops. 8 pit stops. That's insane. Marco's made 5, and then Troy and Ballier have made 4. Here, everybody's changed of position from the start of the race. And Ballier continues to stay outside. I don't know if his set of tires can make it to the end. I'm going to assume that they will. And Troy Salter, if he's planning to win this race by planning on Joshua Ballier pitting, he's gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit, because even if Ballier pits, I think Troy's gonna be chased down pretty quickly, and I don't think he'll have enough time to defend. So Ballier can execute this and still win pitting, depending on what set of tires he gets put on and how just the pace of Troy Salter. Troy's got to pick up the pace if he's planning on winning this race if Ballier pits. And Ballier's got to have a mistake-free pit stop. Tyler Markle with the fastest lap of a 1:36.956 on the soft compound for the Renault Sport Formula 1 team. It's not gonna advance his position, but it's just for show, just to say he was able to. Yeah, it just depends, when does Ballier pit? If Ballier pits, because Ballier could probably stretch these tires to the end. We're gonna see what happens here. He does not pit this lap. If I were try, I'd be really trying to pick up the pace. And Kyle Petrie on a set of super softs, a 1:36.386 for the Sahara Force India Formula 1 team. Kyle Petrie with the fastest lap. It's now 10 laps remaining here in Shanghai. This time there will be 9 laps to go. Joshua Ballier en route to victory, but can he make it on this set of tires that he's on? He pitted on lap 30. He's gone 17 laps on this set of softs. They have probably got to be worn out. So when does Ballier pit, if he pits? And there he goes into the pit lane. Troy has got to be on the aggressive, pushing to finish this race. Kyle Petrie 1:36.046. And on the super soft compound, Troy Salter pits with him. He will not go for the win of this race. They're both going onto the super soft compound. Now, what Troy could hope for is that he gets a fresh set of supers and Ballier doesn't get a fresh set. And that's about the only thing Troy can hope for. Other than that, Ballier is en route to win this race. So now we wait. And it's probably going to be a battle between Tyler and Troy. Now we watch Troy Salter make do with what he's got. I don't see him pulling off the potential victory today, or the victory today, but it's still one hell of an effort. He definitely showed what he is capable of here in the Formula 1 series of EWRL. And his set of supers will instantly pull away from Tyler's. This time by Ballier, 7 laps to go. Troy is not able to close any of the gap. I think they both have fresh set of supers, fresh sets of supers. And he goes off the track. That is not going to help him. And thinking Troy and Tyler were gonna have a battle here at the end of this race, it looks like this is going to be one of the calmer finishes of this Grand Prix. Kyle Petrie getting a little bit of luck to finish this race on the lead lap. Just by the luck of strategy, he was able to finish this one on the lead lap. So now, Ballier en route to tie for the top of the EWRL all-time wins list. This win would tie him with yours truly for 16 wins on the all-time wins list. He was just one short of his win last week at GTA, and it's all coming full circle here. Unless Emerson can do anything. If I can do anything this Sunday in GTA to get another win to put me out in front of Ballier, that's about the only thing at this point, because the way I'm going here, I don't caution in sector 1. Kyle Petrie going around, and I think he's more or less trying to just be done with it. And he has made it the 90% of the race, so he will get points for this race. The top 4 will get points for sure. And Kyle Petrie goes around on the front stretch. There goes his front wing. Tyler Markle. He's hit everything but the fucking snack bar today. But he's out here running in third. The only driver on a different compounded tire. And I think everybody here, including me, is just gonna be happy to get this race over with. 6 safety cars, 2 DNFs. People are mad at each other. I think Markle's mad at everything but the snack bar. Ballet, he's just wanting to get to the end so he can tie for the top of the wins list. Troy is just trying to put a cap on his another stellar effort here in the Formula 1 series, trying to get his first win in EWRL in his second start. Looking like it won't happen, but as you know, in Formula 1, Kyle Petrie has ran out of tires. There it is. But anything can happen in Formula 1. Last season, Malenko got his first F1 win with the top two wrecking out. There's only been one other driver that has been forced to use the wet compound tire on a dry surface. Jacob Sala in Season 1 Canada, he popped so many tires that he had to put on intermediates on a dry track. Kyle Petrie has reached the point where he has to put on full wets on a dry track. Nine pit stops, full wets. Tyler Markle's coming into the pit lane. What's he doing? Putting on a fresh set of supers, just trying to get to the end. Troy Salter's gonna give it all he's got, but I don't know what to say. This is... He drove a hell of a race, let me get that straight. Third fastest car here, but he did a lot for what he's done. He drove a hell of a race. Kyle Petrie got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and he's out here. I think he's in a wrong series. I think he thinks this is Formula Drift. Got a caution in sector 2. You can literally see the rubber off his tires just flying off those things. What do I have to say? To Joshua Ballier, coming to tie me in the all-time wins list for the top of the all-time wins list. Never have ever found a better suit for it. I mean, this guy, he's a hell of a guy. He's a fun guy, he's a great guy, he's a great racer. He deserves it, honestly. Him getting there, that's... Him being able to get there and him getting there is amazing. Here he comes to start the final lap of the Chinese Grand Prix. Kyle Petrie now 2 laps down. He does still get points though. Troy Salter's gonna gain all that time. I don't think it's gonna be a caution in sector 1. Cal Petrie's gone around. I think he's found the wrong series again. Tyler Markle, just one last hoorah with a 136.021 on a super soft compound for the Renault Sport Formula 1 team. Just one last thing, trying to get any more pride out of this race, because like I said, he's at everything but the snack bar today, and I think he's gonna hit that next. Good grief. Onto the back straightaway for the final time comes Joshua Ballier, looking to tie at the top of the wins list after navigating 2 more corners. Joshua Ballier and Emerson Arden, those 2 names, they're at the top of the all-time wins list for a reason. One hell of a driver takes the win here in Shanghai. Joshua Ballier. So Ballier taking the win in Shanghai. Troy Salter with one hell of an effort to take second on the podium, and Tyler Markle. I was going to hit a couple of champagne bottles here for the podium celebration. Joshua Ballier to the top step of the podium here in Shanghai. And here's the podium celebration. And here's your final standings. Kyle Petrie with 8 seconds worth of time penalties. There it is. Let's take a look at the incident report here. It's Tristan Allen wrecking out lap 3. Speeding under safety car. A bunch of warnings. A stop-go penalty for Kyle. Collision theories, and everybody's ready to. Anyway, one hell of a race here in Shanghai. Again, Ballier with the win. Troy Salter second, and Tyler Markle third, Kyle Petrie fourth, Darius Bell does not get classified but is scored fifth, and Tristan Allen finishes sixth. Thanks for watching the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai. Tune in next week for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We'll see you next week.